I froze behind the screen door. My heart was pounding, but my hands stayed steady. They never even noticed me standing there, listening to them laugh about my downfall. My sister, my own blood, and the others, all amused at the thought of me breaking. I swallowed the scream rising in my throat and walked inside like I'd just come over for a casual visit. That night, I lay awake replaying every word they said, every laugh, every snide comment, every "I hope she," echoing in my head. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I planned. I remembered when I used to trust her, back when we were inseparable. She was the one I confided in, the one I leaned on. I believed she was loyal, that our shared secrets meant something. That family actually meant safety. I even laughed with them once, never imagining the poison hiding behind their smiles. But now those memories felt like knives, sharp, cold, and full of betrayal. It hadn't started big, just small things of first broken promises, casual lies disappearing whenever I needed her most. I brushed it off because I wanted to believe in her. But that morning, reality hit hard. They never truly wanted me around. They wanted me gone. And yes, I felt anger, but more than that, I felt clarity. I finally understood the game they were playing, and I refused to play it their way. So I watched quietly, patiently, like a spider in the middle of a web. I paid attention to their habits, their secrets, their weak spots, their pride, their vanity, their obsession with looking perfect. I kept track of every little insult, every careless jab, every cruel word they thought I'd never hear. They didn't know it, but they were giving me the pieces I needed. My plan didn't need yelling or fighting. It needed precision. And that's what I gave it. I started by uncovering what they didn't want anyone to know: bank accounts, property documents, contracts, tiny lies that led to bigger ones. I read everything, every clause, every line, until I knew exactly where they were vulnerable. I made calls that sounded harmless. I collected leverage quietly. I studied their routines: when my sister checked email, when my parents left home, how they trusted convenience instead of caution. I sent anonymous letters, filed subtle complaints, and dropped carefully phrased hints to the people they cared about. Every move was intentional, every ripple planned. I never pushed too hard. I never exposed myself. Their downfall was already building, quiet, steady, and impossible to stop. Every step I took had a purpose. I never rushed, never slipped, never gave them a chance to suspect me. The structure of their collapse was already set in motion, silent but certain. And then the moment finally came. The morning I walked into their living room, I could feel the difference immediately. The loud, mocking laughter from the night before had vanished, replaced with a tension so heavy it almost changed the air itself. I smiled politely, made small talk, and watched it unfold. I had frozen one of their accounts overnight. A business partner had just received documents that raised serious questions about their credibility. Their lawyer kept calling. Invitations were canceled. Whispers spread through their social circles like sparks catching dry grass. I watched my sister's face when she realized her friends had been warned, her lies uncovered, her pride bruised. She looked around for someone to blame, and I stayed calm, still, silent, centered. I didn't brag. I didn't raise my voice. I just let the dominoes fall exactly where they were meant to. The betrayal they once found funny was now theirs to feel, slowly at first, then all at once. Their perfect little image started to crack, and I watched them scramble to hold it together. Eventually, I stepped outside. The backyard was quiet. No jokes, no mockery, just the soft sounds of a normal morning, ordinary to anyone else. But nothing in their lives would ever be ordinary again. I took a long breath and felt the weight of months finally lift. It wasn't just relief, it was justice, solid and satisfying. I had survived their cruelty, their scheming, and walked out stronger than they ever expected. I didn't seek revenge for chaos. I sought it for clarity, for control. And I got it. I walked away, leaving them in the wreckage of their own arrogance. The irony wasn't lost on me. They had wished for me to disappear, to fail, to fall apart. And instead, I gave them the one thing they never planned for: my presence, calm, steady, victorious. In the quiet, I whispered to myself, I didn't just survive. I became the consequence they never saw coming.